DW Transport. I'm up here in Forest Park, Georgia. This is the first time I've had to do my 34 reset away from home. Luckily, I was close to the terminal. I had to have my camera looked at, but my camera's been working good for the last couple of days. It's working good now. The company, they've done the camera's been updating itself. It's updated itself to where it's fixed. That's good. Transmission's not leaking anymore. I don't have any air leaks. I'm glad I replaced my airbags, man, because some of these loads have been heavy as hell before I started. I'm glad I put new tires on this truck. You know, everything's going good. My motor's holding up. My engine's holding up. My truck's holding up. Everything's going good so far. These winter months coming up, I'm sitting here. I got to go up to Tennessee. It's dry here in Georgia. I don't know how it's going to be going up there to Tennessee. They said I-75 from Kentucky to Tennessee was shut down. They said that yesterday before I went to bed. I can't remember what time. It was around 10 o'clock. I-75 somewhere up there in Kentucky, pretty deep into Kentucky too. A couple of hours into Kentucky was shut down due to ice all the way to Tennessee. So I'm getting ready to head north to Tennessee. One thing that I learned working on the account that I worked on when JB Hunt was over at this other company called Chicken Express, is try not to roll until sometime in the morning when them ice trucks come through. You know what I mean? When them people who drive those snow plows with the salt throwers on the back, when they eat their breakfast and they get up and they start rolling, that's the best time to start rolling. Try not to roll at night when it's ice. You know, if you have to roll in the daytime. Especially if you're going on them back roads. It's 3:30 where I'm at now. My 34 will be up in 15 minutes. I'll probably wait another hour before I start rolling. Even though it's dry here. But by the time I get deeper, if I wait another hour, by the time I get deeper north, you know, everybody be up. The roads ought to be clean, you know. So, if Georgia had any ice on 75, it ought to be clean anyway, especially if it was slippery last night and it was accidents. So they paid them salt truck drivers money to get up out the bed, get out from under mama, and get up and salt those roads. So, JB Hunt got the freight, man. But one thing about an owner-operator, especially when you're a new owner-operator, I'm hesitant to go everywhere. I always think about breaking down, you know. I'm hesitant to go to a lot of different places, you know. Drivers tend to want to go where they like to go. Everything on my truck looks pretty decent. You know, I look at different things, you know, but I still worry about different things, you know. So, I don't know when the last time they replaced the belts on my truck. The belts on my truck look good, but I guess after I replace them, I'll go a little deeper. You know, I done changed the oil and everything. I'm just glad last week I didn't have to fix nothing. Hell, this week I hope I don't have to fix nothing either. Oh. One thing about up here in Georgia, the parking is limited. At least the places I've been going. The parking is limited. It's paid parking. Forest Park Terminal, they tell you park 10 hours and you leave. I was there about 15 hours and I left. Drivers parking where they should be parking. You know, they don't really bother you as long as there's no trouble, you know. So, yeah. I wish I had a lot in Texas where I could park some trucks. There's money to be made for parking for trucks. I'm sitting at a racetrack right now. They charge you $20-something to park. You know, you got to do what you got to do, you know. So, yeah. Getting ready to go pick up in Tennessee, this place where I've been already. Dropping Mount Vernon. Already know where I'm going this time, so hopefully it'll be a little easier than the time before. Because the time before, when I went to this place, shoot, I was all up in the neighborhood. I went to the front entrance where not supposed to be. Truck's biggest mine wasn't supposed to be. And when I finally got through the company and the business, come to find out, I didn't even have to go through there. You know, but anyway, I know now. These cold weather months, man, my batteries seem to be holding up. I haven't load tested my batteries. I need to load test my batteries, you know. Things like that. I haven't load tested them. I really need to get out and load them. But they good. They holding up. Yeah. I haven't checked. Yeah, I did check my antifreeze freeze point. I still haven't replaced my relays. I need to replace those. I'm gonna replace all of those. Those are worse than fuses, man. Like I said before, relays cause you all kind of troubles, man. They control everything. Everything on your truck, electronic, they control. And they go out. I wonder how many times you've been in a dealership to get something major fixing. It wasn't nothing but a relay and you didn't even know it. What that rapper say? Shit, I got $100,000 necklace on and you ain't even know it. Well, you been in the shop, you spent $10,000, but all the problem was a $20 relay, and you ain't even know it. Well, on that note, I'll holler at y'all later. Be safe out there on the road.